Hey guys, it's Potato Flips here. I've got the cheese. It is currently golden hour. The final couple hours of the day out here. It's pretty nice, and it's not going to be for very long because apparently we're about to have blowing snow at 4 a.m. So that's going to be fun. But I thought I'd enjoy the weather while it's lasting and make a quick video and just talk about something that's kind of been on my mind about balisongs in the past few days here. I don't really know where I'm gonna go with this, but I'm gonna just record and see where it goes. But so first I'm gonna talk about expensive balisongs. Now, I recently just bought the most expensive balisong I've ever purchased, which is my BB Barfly Superfly. It was 350 Canadian dollars after taxes and shipping and everything. And when I got it, it was just absolutely incredible. I love that thing. And you might be thinking, $350 in Canadian currency, that's a lot of money to buy a fake knife that you can't really use for much other than, being a good bottle opener that you can flip and stuff. Is that really worth that kind of money to buy something like that? Why wouldn't I just go buy a clone or something like that? Something that's a bit cheaper, like, Madco clone or something. And let me tell you, the reason why it's actually worth spending that much money on a balisong. Now, I owned it for probably, 10 minutes when I decided to change the balance on it. And if you know anything about the Superfly, you know that it's a sandwich construction balisong. So it's not a channel like this one. It's actually two pieces instead of one piece for the handle. And so in between those handles is the weights, the weight pins, so you can change the balance. And I wanted a bit more of a neutral balance, so I decided to take it apart. And I did. I took the weights out. And ever since then, I've been battling just an annoying tune. I just couldn't get it to stop tapping for the life of me. There'd be like a couple, I'd oil it, tighten it up a little bit, and it'd go away and it'd be fine for a while. But for some reason, I just could not get rid of this tap that the Superfly was having. It was really starting to bother me. I kept retorquing my screws over and over. It really bothered me because I've got severe I don't even know what I'm saying. I got an OCD thing. If something's not perfect, it's gonna bother me a lot. And so I kept retorquing my screws on it and everything. And I was just using the completely wrong tool. I ended up stripping basically all of my replacement hardware. And so to the point where I literally couldn't put it back together, and I was so defeated about it. I was so upset. I basically wrecked this $350 balisong. That was the grail of my collection. And so what I did is I actually sent BB Barfly an email and bought some hardware off them, to replace the stuff I'd wrecked. And I ended up sending them an email explaining what happened, that I took it apart to change the tune, and I ended up actually wrecking all the hardware. And I just couldn't get the tune right because I couldn't get rid of this tap that kept happening. I didn't know why. It got to the point where I literally tightened my pivots as hard as they could go, and it was still tapping. So I really didn't know what was going on. I thought maybe I screwed up my washer somehow or something like that. I honestly don't know. And so I reached out to BB Barfly and explained that. And the guy who runs basically the email, his name is, I don't know if it's Serge or Sarge or Sergey. I've heard all of them. But he was really cool about it. I explained what was happening and kind of asked him, what do you think is wrong? And he said it's really hard to say. But then he asked if I wanted to send it to him. And he said that he would take a look at it, retune it, fix it up, and send it back to me free of charge. And I was actually not expecting that. I was like, wait a sec. You're telling me that if I pay to send it to you, you're literally just going to fix it for me, no questions asked, send it back with extra hardware? Like, he literally said, I'll even send you extra hardware too. And so I sent it to him. It's on his way to him currently. I'm so excited to get it back. That's my dad's truck. He's tuning it. Just put a cam in it. But and so it just goes to show, when you're buying from a company that really cares about the hobby and the community, you're not just buying a balisong, you're also buying excellent customer service. Like, just no questions asked. It's like, yeah, it's all good, just send it over and we'll fix it for you, you know? And so you won't get that with any clone companies or any, you know, if you're buying something from China, you're not going to have that. Even like with Nabali's, I doubt Nabali's would even do that. They probably send you extra hardware, but I doubt that they'd tune a balisong for you. Especially for me, living in Canada, we're kind of, you know, not really, the balisong hobby isn't super big in Canada. It just isn't. Whereas in the States, it's much bigger. And so being able to buy a balisong that's really expensive from a company that's local and have them be able to actually care enough to just fix it, that's just super cool. And so it just goes to show, when you're buying from a company that loves what they do and they care about the people that are buying their products, it is 100% worth whatever they're asking, because not only do you get great customer service, you also get, you know, they actually care. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a defective balisong, they'll fix it for you. You know, people, they actually care. And so that's why, in my opinion, buying expensive balisongs from reputable companies, even though, yes, they might be overpriced, and yes, they might this and that, but you can get parts for them. It's not like you can, you know, you have to make your own parts or anything like that. You actually have good service and there's support for them, right? So that's why, in my opinion, anyways, that's just, yeah, I just wanted to share my experience with my BB Barfly Superfly. I haven't got it back yet. I'm excited to. Just wanted to kind of give BB Barfly a shout out for just being absolutely goated. But I'll give you guys an update when I do get it back. And yeah, anyways, stay safe. I'll see you guys later. Keep on flipping, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.